Real quick. Your enemies, the reason why they attacked your character and the reason why they attacked your stability, you know, your money, um, they attacked your living situation, your housing, it's because they felt like if you didn't have anything, or in the process of you losing everything, that you would lose yourself and that you would self-destruct and crumble. You have to see through some of the tactics that these people do, because I'm sure by now some of you have noticed that there are people who have more than you that don't like you, but they have everything. They have the house, they have the car, they're married, or they have the perfect kids, or whatever things people claim to have that make them better, whatever those things might be. And it's like, especially like in those jobs, you know, there are people like your boss. A lot of y'all got bosses that don't like y'all, but they have more than you. They have the position, they have the titles, they have more income, so they have better things. They have a home, you live in an apartment. They're able to lease the newer model of a car every year, and you still riding around in your 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 car, you know because ain't nothing wrong with it, and you're satisfied and cool with the things that you have. You're humble about it, and you have to understand that it's not about what you have. It's about who you are. And those people just hate that you are just you by yourself. They have to hide behind material things. They have to hide behind titles. They have to hide behind um status and things of that nature to make themselves feel better about who they are. When you don't have any of those things and they feel so small next to you, this is why they hate you. Some of you are really, really super intelligent, and I have this theory that a lot of really intelligent people have been told that they were stupid all of their lives, or people have treated them like they were stupid. Um, you have a silent intelligence, because a real intelligence doesn't need to be announced. You will show it over time with the way that you're able to solve problems, with the way that you're able to communicate with other people. A lot of you have something that other people don't have, which is emotional intelligence, and that puts you into a totally different sector. Like, I feel like emotional intelligence is something that you have when you see things on a 4D or higher level. A lot of people in this three-dimensional world just see the surface. They don't look beyond, they don't look deeper. So a lot of times they don't even really, they're not, they don't acknowledge the changes in their environment and the things around them and the people around them. So but you do. And that's why you have that great pattern recognition. You're able to see things before they happen, because you see beyond what is right in front of you. And a lot of these people don't understand how you're able to do that. And a lot of them want to try to perpetuate and make you look like you're a fake or a fraud, because they don't want other people to come to you for advice. They want to be the person that gets the attention, that gets the recognition. This is why oftentimes these people try to destroy you. This is why I'm saying, like, I'll use me as an example. Prior to all of this happening to me, you know, I had a pretty decent upkeep of myself. Now, over the years, I've struggled with like working out and like maintaining my weight. It's yo-yoed, it's gone up and down. But once I kind of got a hold of like my diet and the things that I was eating, and working out regularly or just doing some sort of physical activity became easier, because it became a part of my daily routine, whether I did it at home or whether I was doing it at the office when I would take my 30-minute break. So, and I did it consistently, because once you start doing something a lot, it starts becoming a lot easier. even if you're neurodivergent. I know that it's harder for neurodivergent people, especially if you have ADHD, but it can get better. You're not going to always be perfect, but things can be a little bit easier when you fit it into your routine. So, like I said, I had a decent upkeep. Like, I kept my hair, I kept my locks twisted. Like I said, every 6 to 8 weeks, I will get it done. I used to get my nails done. I loved having very long acrylic nails. That's just me. I love having long nails. With the job that I have right now, I'm not going to be able to do that, which is okay, because honestly, the way the economy is set up right now, I don't think I can afford to be getting my nails done like that anyway. So I'm going to try to grow them out myself. But for right now, I'll get back to it one day. But when my money started being attacked and I couldn't go do those things anymore, I couldn't go get my hair done, I couldn't get my nails done, a lot of people thought that, I know that my enemies thought that me not having those things would make me feel like I was ugly or inadequate. But it's like, I don't get my nails done because I'm insecure about anything. Like, I get it done because I like it for me. I don't, I keep my hair done because I like my hair to be healthy. I want it to be long. Like, that's one of the things that I'm going to prioritize as I'm, getting into this new job and getting paid, is definitely getting my hair back on track, because it's like, I want my locks to be long and healthy. But it's like, they wanted you to feel like you not being able to take care of yourself and not being able to afford to do certain things, that you would feel like, well, you're just not good enough to do it. But it's like, you have to also understand, like, if people have to go out of their way to cause harm and destruction in your life, like, you are obviously somebody to be seen. I've been telling you for a long time that you're the star, like, because people don't do stuff like this, and people do not go out of their way to make you feel like you are a nobody or nothing, if they truly thought that, because nobodies don't get recognition, nobodies get left alone. That's why you have people in your office, in those jobs, those 9 to 5s. That's why you have people who are in secret competition with you, and you just don't know what it is, but they just don't like you, and you're just like, what did I do to this person? You didn't do anything. You have to know that sometimes your name is being spoken in rooms that you haven't even set foot in, and these people know about it. This is why I refuse to go back into that type of office environment like I did before. Like, I don't mind having, like, like a desk type of job. I don't mind that type of work, but I will never go back into the office environment like I had before, because they gatekeep those positions and things of that nature. Because like I said, your name is being spoken in rooms. People are looking at your work. There are people taking credit for the things that you have done, and they're trying to keep you out of those rooms and keep you out of those positions so that they can continue to manipulate the system. And this is why, once you catch on to what's really happening and what's going on, they gonna want you to get out of there. Because that's exactly what they did to me. Once they realized that I knew more than what I let on, because like I said, intelligence doesn't need to be, you don't need to talk about it. It shows itself. One thing that I did was, I've always noticed everything, but I gave my enemies a lot of grace. And y'all go watch my videos about, you gave them a lot of grace, because you did. I gave them a lot of grace. I was like, my mom always taught me to forgive people, and well, you just gotta accept things and just move on. And I was like, you know what, I can accept the fact that this is the way it's going to be, but I don't have to keep emotionally regulating for these people. Like, these people are disrespectful towards me, and I'm no longer going to give them that pass. I'm not going to keep sitting here acting like I don't see what I see and I don't hear them doing the things that they're doing. Like, I'm not about to keep pretending. So I'm just going to take myself out of the equation and let them do what they do. And as soon as I decided to protect myself, that's when the attacks got worse. Because they done told people that they were waiting for a crash out, because they were like, yeah, we're gonna get this person to crash out, because they didn't want to take accountability for the things that they had done to me. They took people's sides against me. Like, when I was just trying to do the right thing, they took the side of the people who were sabotaging me, because they have these secret groups, these secret societies. They want to rub the backs of the people that they like. Not they don't people. A lot of people, you got to see this too. They don't stand on the side of the truth. They stand on the side of the people that they like. People will see the evil that other people are doing, but they join in on it and do it with that person because, well, they're cool with that person. So, well, it can't be that bad. And they don't think that they're gonna have any consequences for their actions, because most of the time the things that these people do, they're doing it with someone who has power. So it's like, well, this person has power and this person has power. They look at you as if you're powerless, but having your own inner power, that's what they're trying to take away from you. This is why they go after you emotionally. Okay, this is why they try to hit you with your emotions. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, this is why they try to get at your finances. They try to get at your stability, because they feel like that is going to waver in your confidence in who you are. But little do they know that the more attacks that they send your way, the more you know who you are. Because why would people continue to do the things that they do towards you if they did not think something was great about you? Because like I said, nobodies don't get noticed. Nobodies don't get messed with. Think about like celebrity beefs or whatever. You know, people have been in beefs and competitions with each other for many years. But it's like, why would you feel the need to attack somebody if you didn't feel threatened by them? Why would you feel the need to acknowledge someone in the media for everyone to be talking about if you didn't feel threatened or feel some type of way? Because it's like, if you felt like this person was truly a nobody, why would you even mention them? What's the point? It's the same thing with y'all. You are the star. And they want to dim your light as much as they can. This is why some of you in those jobs, they will start putting more work on you. They'll take away privileges from you because they want you to leave. They don't want to fire you because they know that they can't. Because they don't want to have to deal with a potential lawsuit. They can fire you at any time, but they know that they could potentially be seeing lawsuits. My former job had multiple lawsuits against them for termination issues. I can't think of the term right now, but they have multiple lawsuits against them. Why? Because they knew that they were doing something that they shouldn't have been doing, and they want you to self-sabotage and destroy yourself so that they can say, see, we told you this person, you know, they were never that great and blah 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 blah, and oh, it's such a shame to see the downfall of them, because, and I told y'all, they celebrated too soon. These people have planned this stuff out for a while, and they thought that they were hoping and waiting and watching it happen. You aren't even supposed to survive as long as you did. The fact that you're still alive today is crazy to them. The fact that you're still walking, you know, the fact that, you know, you've moved on, you've gone to a different job, you decided to do something else with your life, you're still going, even if things got hard, you're still getting up every day. These people are baffled because they were for sure that whatever it is that they was doing to you, that you wasn't gonna come back from that. So just know, they had to attack you that way. They wanted you to feel ugly. They wanted you to feel low. They wanted you to feel like you're just not capable. But like I said, if you weren't capable, they wouldn't feel the need to group up against you, and they wouldn't feel the need to whisper about you behind closed doors. They wouldn't feel the need to conjure up plans against you. Like, they do those things because they can't fight you by themselves. They know they can't. That's why most of your enemies will never say anything to you face to face. They only whisper about you behind your back, because that's the only way that they can get out their feelings about you. But when they see you, you know how they told you, they be hiding, because they know what they did and they know what they said about you. And be careful about, you know, the way you walk out your house, because if you know, if some people see you, like some people are waiting to see you look like a complete mess, like they're waiting to have that snapshot picture of you, like, you know, on the streets looking crazy. They want that because it makes them feel better about themselves. If the minute that they feel like they got you and you're in a low state, that's where those people feel like they thrive. Okay. But I love y'all. That was just a quick message. I'll talk to y'all later. It's your girl K Divine. Bye.